Okay, welcome back. We just finished talking about the one-to-one, many-to-many, and how that's difficult to do because I can only protect one half. All right, so a one-to-many, that one's pretty easy because the answer is always the same. Regardless about optional or mandatory, that has no bearing whatsoever. It's always going to be on the many side every single time. So a customer can have multiple orders, but an order must have exactly one customer. So the foreign key is always going to be on the many side. And, I can make it not null if it's mandatory or null if it's optional, right? That makes sense. And there's no such thing because there's only one foreign key in the relationship. And the foreign key always protects the other side. So I can have a mandatory parent, but I can't have a mandatory child because I got nothing over here on the left to make it mandatory on the right. I can only have one foreign key, and the foreign key is on the right. So there's no such thing as a mandatory child. Now we're going to model it this way, and later on we can come up with some more tools that make this a little bit better. Okay, so the last one is actually kind of easy too, because we've seen intersection tables before. So an employee has one or more skills, and a skill should be, have more than one employee, but it's possible that we don't have any and we're having to recruit for some, right? So that kind of makes sense. Afterwards, we're just going to have a one-to-many. And this is the exact same thing with the one-to-many. So this optional here went to there, that mandatory there went to there. So yeah, it does kind of cross. And then I ended up with this being a compound primary key and a compound foreign, well, not a compound foreign key, just two foreign keys. One foreign key that points to there, one foreign key that points to there. Okay, so the rules for this are basically, if I ask you, what side does it go on? The answer would be, trick question, because it doesn't go on either the left-hand side or right-hand side. It goes on the intersection table, and then the same rules apply. So here's the same thing over again, but kind of in a grid format, kind of, you can see it all at once. So mandatory, where does it go? Really doesn't matter, but there's some best practices about, filling the one where you fill the last. An optional, then you got to put it on the optional side to enforce the mandatory, because there's no such thing as enforcing an optional. Optional, perhaps put it on the volatile side. Discussion here about optional and mandatory is not relevant because it's always going to be on the many side every single time. And whenever you have a many-to-many, it's always going to be a trick question, and I'm using the intersection table where there's a one-to-many. There will be quizzes on this, probably about 3 quiz questions on this. Okay, so here's another one that kind of goes through it. So does this require unique? The unique is almost always used in a one-to-one. Rarely do we use it in a one-to-many or many-to-many. But in this case, most likely it's going to be a primary key, not a unique. So I have to put a little asterisk there. Is it easy to implement? No, because I can only enforce half of it. This one I got. So optional, that one's kind of easy. A mandatory on both sides. Is that easy to implement? No, it is not. Because I can have a mandatory parent, but I cannot have a mandatory child. And same thing here. I could having an optional is okay, but I can't go in and say I have a mandatory child. With the tools we have in our toolbox, we can't do that. Okay, so this has been a whirlwind review of where the foreign key goes. So quiz questions like data types and links, and where the foreign key goes, those are critical skills. That's why there's going to be on the lots of quiz questions. Okay, we're done with this chapter. I'll see you guys in the next video.